Alright, for today's Reteach on mean absolute deviation, or the MAD, we are just focusing on that part. So we are going to give the mean to you so that that isn't what is hindering you from getting the correct answer. So the mean absolute deviation is we're finding the distance, the average distance each number is away from the mean. So we gave you this information here that the mean is 8.2. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find out how far each number is away from the mean. So when we're doing that, we're just taking the mean and subtracting the data value, and remembering that distance is always positive. If I go left or if I go right, it does not matter. I'm not going to say one of them is 5 feet and one of them is negative 5 feet. It's always positive values. So let's do that right now. So I'm going to do 8.2 minus 4, which is 4.2. Then we're going to do 8.2 minus 5, which is 3.2. 8.2 minus 6 is 2.2. 8.2 minus 7 is 1.2. We have another 7, so that one's also going to be 1.2. Then 8.2 minus 8 is 0.2. 8.2 minus 9. So now when we look at this, it gives us a negative, but that's just because before these numbers were less than 8.2, now these numbers are greater than, so it's going in a different direction. But again, we're ignoring that negative, we're just writing this as 0.8. 8.2 minus 10 is 1.8, again ignoring that negative. 8.2 minus 12 is 3.8, again ignoring the negative. 8.2 minus 14 is 5.8, again ignoring the negative. So the nice thing about having it in order from least to greatest is we're going to notice everything that's less than the number has this 0.2, everything that's greater than has this 0.8, and you can kind of see those patterns there. So now that we found the distance each number is away from the mean, we're going on to step 2, which is we're going to add all the distances together. And we put plus signs in there already. So just make sure you're being really careful when you're plugging things into the calculator. It's very easy to accidentally write 42 instead of 4.2, and that's going to change your whole answer. So for the formative, you're just going to be doing one problem, finding the MAD. So take the time to plug it into the calculator twice. So now I'm just going to add 4.2 plus 3.2 plus 2.2 plus 1.2 plus another 1.2 plus 0.2 plus 0.8 plus 1.8 plus 3.8 plus 5.8. And we get 24 and 4/10. So 24.4 is our sum. So that was step 2. Step 3 is to divide the sum by the number of values in the data set. So how many values did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to take this number and divide it by 10. So 24.4 divided by 10 gives us 2.44, 2 and 24 hundredths. So if we're rounding that to the nearest tenth, that's about 2 and 4 tenths. If you left it as 2 and 44 hundredths, that's fine.